This might be a bit of a long video because I want to kind of do a thorough update on the Rhino Morpher I'm working on. I know it seems like it's been at this stage for a while, but it's because I want to get it as good as possible. And there's still some rough areas there. As you can see, I've just sanded that down. I'm going to smooth it over with modelling paste. Most of the rougher areas now are a lot better because I've applied modelling paste into the rough areas and I've started sanding them down. There's still some rough areas there, and I think I'll use a combination of spray putty and a bit of modelling paste and water. The fingers were definitely the hardest part, and they're still not perfect, but I think I'm probably happy for what they are at the moment. The tips are definitely not perfect, but I'm thinking of maybe drilling holes and embedding magnets into them, as I'll talk about in a bit. And there's the other side, and on the camera it looks a lot better than what it does in real life, but even in real life they're not too bad. It's mostly between the fingers where it's a bit rough. Like I said, the top bit is alright. And that was the base. And the blade, not too bad. I managed to get the seam hidden, I can't even see it now, there. It looks pretty good. And if I flip it over, just a lot of sanding and a lot of modelling paste. This is very close to being ready for painting. I think I'm just going to smooth off maybe some areas with a bit of modelling paste and a bit of water. And then I'll probably give a 180 grit sanding before I hit it with some chrome. So that's almost done. But one thing that I forget about when I'm applying modelling paste and stuff is the parts get a bit thicker. So when I'm putting the pin in now, before it slid in relatively well. Oh, there, it didn't even get in. But here it does take a bit of force, so I haven't got it all the way in, but it's enough to kind of, I'll step back a bit, it's enough to show how it looks. So I'm really happy how it is getting along. I'd say it's a bit slower than usual, but I mean, I want to get as good as possible, and it's mostly where all the different parts joined, where I used filler or resin. That's the tricky part, and it just, you know, there's a lot of sanding and a lot of post-processing. But going back to the magnets, I've been recommended by a few people. I think this is what I'm going to do. So you can see where the fingers lock into the blade there. I'm probably I'm gonna get most of it done, except for the tips of these fingers, because I'm thinking of either drilling a hole or using something like a soldering iron to poke a hole in. And then I'll put some neodymium magnets each side. I think the middle one would be good, but the magnets I've got at the moment aren't that strong, so I'm not sure if I risk trying it or I get new ones. But yeah, like here where there's a gap, maybe I'll have to stick a magnet on the outside, where on the bottom two I'm thinking of embedding them. But so far I'm really happy with how this is turning out, and I can't wait to see it finished, which hopefully won't be too long now. Just got to finish the sanding. Lots and lots of sanding. Yeah, that was the progress report.